Have you ever felt like you're pushing your limits and training hard but still feeling drained, exhausted, or mentally fatigued? Are you wondering how to avoid burnout while training for both strength and endurance? If so, you're not alone. Many athletes face this challenge, especially when balancing different types of workouts. Whether you're preparing for a marathon, triathlon, or strength competition, it's essential to manage your training and recovery to avoid burnout. In today's video, we'll dive into how to avoid burnout as a hybrid athlete and how to keep your energy and motivation high while training for multiple goals. What is burnout? First, let's address what burnout really means. Burnout isn't just about feeling tired or sore after a workout. It's when your body and mind are completely drained from too much training without adequate recovery. There are two main types of burnout athletes often experience: physical burnout and mental burnout. Physical burnout is when your body is overworked and it starts showing symptoms like fatigue, muscle soreness, and even a decrease in performance. Mental burnout, on the other hand, can make you feel unmotivated, frustrated, or even detached from your sport. But here's the important thing. Sometimes what feels like burnout isn't actually burnout. It could just be your body needing a break or being understimulated. Over time, your body adapts to the workouts you're doing. This is part of the training process, but if you don't listen to your body and adapt your training routine, it can start to feel repetitive and tiring. Are you actually burnt out or just understimulated? The first step to avoiding burnout is figuring out if you're truly burned out or simply understimulated. This is a critical question you need to ask yourself honestly. For instance, when starting a new training block or preparing for an event like a marathon, you might initially feel energized and excited. But as the training progresses, the intensity might feel less exciting, even though you're still putting in the effort. This is the point where discipline comes in. Training gets repetitive, and the intensity you once felt might start to decrease. That's perfectly normal. As an athlete, you're laying bricks, building your endurance over time. At this stage, you're not getting that initial burst of excitement anymore, and that's where discipline has to take over. You have to trust that the effort you're putting in is building your fitness, even if the excitement isn't as high as it was at the start. So, are you truly burnt out, or is your body just adapting to the training? Being honest with yourself is the first step in managing burnout. If it's just adaptation, you're doing fine. If it's burnout, you might need rest or some changes in your training plan. The importance of purpose in your training. Now that you've asked yourself the critical question about whether you're burnt out or understimulated, it's time to consider another important factor: purpose. Do you have a clear purpose behind your training? Do you know what you're working towards? Having a strong purpose and goal in mind is essential in avoiding burnout. When you lack a clear purpose, it's easy to feel lost, unmotivated, and like you're not making progress. Just like in life, training without purpose can lead to feelings of dissatisfaction. Having a goal that excites you, whether it's running a marathon or lifting a certain weight, keeps you moving forward even when the routine gets tough. A great example of purpose in action comes from an interview with Batis Colon and Ray Kashkar on the Bear Performance podcast. Batis shared a story about a dog he rescued and how that dog needed a routine to avoid becoming anxious. Similarly, as human athletes, we need purpose and goal in our training to avoid getting off track and mentally spiraling into burnout. Without purpose, we may start looking for distractions or engage in habits that aren't aligned with our goals, much like the dog that started digging holes. So ask yourself, why are you training? What is the ultimate goal? Whether it's improving your marathon time, lifting heavier weights, or simply feeling stronger and healthier, a well-defined purpose is essential. Signs of overtraining and under-recovery. Once you've determined your purpose and whether you're feeling understimulated, it's time to keep an eye on signs of overtraining and under-recovery. The common signs of burnout are easy to miss if you're not paying attention to your body. Signs of overtraining include an increased resting heart rate, poor quality of sleep or feeling unrested, persistent muscle soreness, constant fatigue and low energy, decreased performance in workouts, and mood swings or irritability. If you notice these signs, it may be time to adjust your training routine. Your body might be asking for more rest and recovery, or you might need to reduce the intensity or volume of your workouts. Recovery, the key to avoiding burnout. One of the most crucial aspects of avoiding burnout is proper recovery. Overtraining is often linked to not allowing enough time for the body to recover. Recovery is not just about rest days, but also about making sure you're eating the right foods, sleeping well, and taking care of your mental health. Sleep is critical for recovery because it's during deep sleep that your body repairs and rebuilds muscles. Athletes should aim for 8 to 10 hours of sleep per night to ensure they are recovering properly. Lack of sleep can lead to physical fatigue, mental burnout, and overall decreased performance. In addition to sleep, proper nutrition is essential. A well-balanced diet with the right amounts of protein, carbohydrates, and healthy fats helps your body recover after tough workouts. Proper hydration also supports muscle recovery, so make sure to drink enough water and include electrolyte drinks when needed, especially after long runs or intense training sessions. In some cases, a deload week is beneficial. This is when you temporarily reduce the intensity or volume of your training to give your body a break. Deloading is a proven method for avoiding burnout, especially for hybrid athletes who are training for multiple types of fitness goals. Cross-training, mixing up your routine. Another way to avoid burnout is by incorporating cross-training into your routine. As a hybrid athlete, you might be training for both endurance and strength. It's important to mix things up so that you're not just running every day or lifting weights exclusively. Cross-training helps prevent overuse injuries, maintains your interest, and prevents mental burnout by offering variety in your workouts. For example, if you're training for a marathon, it's beneficial to incorporate strength training into your weekly routine. Strength training improves your running economy and reduces the risk of injury. This approach allows you to work on different muscle groups, which helps prevent burnout from repetitive strain. Manage your expectations. As you push through training, it's essential to manage your expectations. Progress doesn't always come fast, and some days will feel tougher than others. On these days, it's important to acknowledge that not every workout has to be perfect. Don't be too hard on yourself if you're not hitting personal bests or feeling as energized as usual. Some days will be tougher than others, and that's okay. Understanding that training is a journey and allowing yourself time to adjust is part of managing burnout. Keep showing up, stay consistent, and trust that over time, you'll see progress. Avoiding burnout as a hybrid athlete is all about balance. It's about training smart, prioritizing recovery, staying focused on your goals, and listening to your body. Don't let the intensity of your training lead to overtraining. Instead, focus on building a routine that includes a mix of endurance, strength training, rest, and proper nutrition. Incorporating rest days, balancing intensity, and setting clear goals will ensure that you can maintain high performance without burning out. Keep your purpose in mind, stay disciplined, and remember that recovery is just as important as the work you put in. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tips on how to avoid burnout and perform at your best. Let's keep pushing towards our goals, and remember, consistency, balance, and recovery are key. See you in the next video.